Alright, in this video we will be covering the skills of the Slayer. We only be doing showcase in this video because stuff is got a little in depth when I gotta try to explain it, so it's better if I just break it down, do like an in-depth video later, and there's just a rough like how the skills look per se. Backstab. In fact, no, let me know. We start with the basic attacks. We got the regular tree left click attack. Pretty basic. Damage look pretty poor. I know you can mix it in. Now basic the right click is just throwing shurikens. As you can see, they got different charge levels. Charging it makes it hit a lot harder, as you can see. And now for other basic attack strings, if you go into your abilities, you'll be able to see some of the basic attack strings, or I believe all the basic attack strings. Should normally be the first set of moves, as you can see there. And they have names as well. So like the first one, Blade Vortex, is one left click, one right click, and that would be Blade Vortex. Decent AoE. The next one would be Backflip, which is two left clicks, one right click. As you can see, more single target move. And the first one I did, you know, the three basic attacks. What is it called? Called Double Strike. Next up, we'll do a Backstab. That's number one. My Backstab look like this because they got a talent. I don't know if you will call it a talent, but technically it'd be in the talent slot. Not the one here, the one on the grid. I got the talent for sneak attack, which is inflict more damage, and the other talent would be killing proficiency, which is give you like a free move with 100 to 30% extra damage. So we look at Backstab. Yep, pretty basic. Teleport, backstab the enemy, stuns them for 1 second. Next, we'll do number two, the minefield. Basically puts mines around your character. Next, we'll go with Grapevine. Just tapping Grapevine would make you go to the enemy. Whereas holding Grapevine for the charge will pull the enemy to you. This enemy can't get pulled because it's a boss, so not really. Number four is Stealth, or as this game is called it, Complete Cloaking. Now here you got three different moves, and then another, let me say, like a way to exit the stealth in case you want to come out early. Three moves are Twilight Scourge, followed by Carnage, followed by Twilight Shackles, and then number four is to exit stealth. What was this name? This ability. The ability just named Killing. Basically, when the monsters get a certain amount of life, you could perform like a finishing blow, and you do that by pressing D. It'll come up on the side like this. When you press it, you deliver a fatal blow. Now, some classes get perks from delivering a fatal blow, others don't. Slayer is for one that does get definitely a perk for landing the killing blow. For you get put in stealth, that's allow you to use, and it's allow you to use one stealth attack. Don't think I could get past one, and it also has like a time limit. But when you use one stealth attack, yeah, it basically take you out of stealth. So not a bad killing move. Alright, now Twilight Scourge is that. Twilight Shackles is that. Basically is like farm chains on the enemy, and basically slow their movement speed, and if they move 10 yards out of the place that they got chained to, this take a good set of damage. And you can obviously combo that by shackling them and then pulling them a grapevine, which should force them to move the 10 yards and basically take the damage. Yeah, the next move that we look at is Twilight swinging chains. Basically, if you press it, yeah, that move there is the shadow clone. Yeah, now back to swinging chains. Basically, if you hold it down, it just keep swiping the chain. As you can see, it's kind of AoE, but it's more focused on the target that you locked onto. Basically, you have to stay still and do it. If you roll, you basically cancel the damage, the extra damage. So basically, the longer you hold down the button, the more damage output it will give. But it also gives a buff that makes backstab hit 50% harder, or according to them, makes the target 50% more vulnerable to backstab. Not sure if that's the same thing, but it seems to be the same thing. Also, if you have the talent, there's a talent with it that monsters who been hit with swing chains you have a 21 an increase of 21% critical chance on them. Not sure how true. Y'all saw it before, I'll do it again. Shadow clone. If you hold down the button, you could basically like aim where you want the clone to appear, and if you want it to appear all out there. And you can also press D to switch positions with the clone. Pretty useful, especially for getting out of tight spots. Next one we're gonna look at is the Shadowland. Basically, it is put Shadowland. Basically, it's put the enemy in it's kind of like a silence where the person can't use no skills, but they could just run around. Isn't fair because the person got control of the character. So I would more call it like a silence. Yeah. It can't be used on bosses. As you can see, it couldn't target the creature just now when it just put it in Shadowland. And you can't hit the creature or anything like that. So, not sure. You can still mine, but I don't think when you run over the mines, it still hits him. But I guess because mine is an AoE, that's the way you could do it. The next move will be the ult. Everybody been waiting for this. I just hope that it don't like bug up, cause this is the closed beta, so they got a chance that sometimes when the Slayer does the ult, the very last hit doesn't hit the creature and does 0 damage. So I just hope for the best. So far it looked good. Yep, that was basically the ult. Pretty cool. Good damage. As you can see, that was like 8k before the crit. So that was pretty good. Now I can switch up some of the abilities so that y'all can see the other ones. What's that? Really? I'm in combat, so I can't reset yet. Let's kill this boss. Alright, we should be out of combat now. So now I would do the other skills. I reset these. We had on that. We had on complete, so we can put on shadow cloaking. We had on swinging chain, so we changed that to blood harvest. We had on shadow, so we'll change it to flight of shadows. We had on twilight shackles, so we changed that to Aegis of night. We had on shadowland, so we changed it to smoke bomb. And I guess I could show you all the killing proficiency one instead of the sneak that does more damage. Alright, we go ahead and save these. Don't really worry about the talents too much. Alright, so now we got a couple different moves. As you can see, like the 4 to the V has changed. So let's see what different about the 4. We got shadow cloaking instead of conflict cloaking. But first thing off the bat, we don't have twilight shackles anymore because we swapped that out. But we still got carnage and twilight scourge, which is the left click and the right click. Not bad. If you were paying attention, you would have seen that instead of having 6 seconds of stealth, we had 9 seconds of stealth. Also, this version of stealth doesn't come with a passive where that if you were to die, you would not die. We stuck at 1 HP and go into a stealth state. This one doesn't have that, so that's pretty much a bummer. Flight of Shadows, which is the Z. It was basically between Flight of Shadows and the Summoning the Shadow clone. Flight of Shadows looks like this. It's pretty cool looking. I don't think it's pretty practical, but it's pretty cool looking. Not the best of damage, but pretty practical. I mean, pretty decent. Looks good, but you know, looks might not be everything. The next move is a dot that has quite a bit of range. The dot replaces swing chains, which was the move, you know, that it's pretty like stationary, and the longer you hold it, the more damage it do, and like basically it's a little too stationary, but it has its perks because, you know, 21% extra crit on that creature, and then make backstab hit for like 50% more, and it's stacked at 3 times, so backstab hits so like 150% more. Also pretty decent. Whereas the dot hits for roughly the same damage, like a little more, but it deals the damage over 10 seconds, so in a way you still have to wait for the damage to come through. If the target happens to be less than 50% health though, the dot renews for another 10 seconds, so that's like basically double damage. And apparently it could do this renewal for about 2 times, so I guess roughly like triple the damage. If you have the time for the fight, triple the damage would be pretty awesome, but I guess it would only be for like slower fights. Yeah, it would only be for like slower fights. Next move we're gonna look at is Aegis of Night. Well, we had to choose between Aegis of Night, the Twilight Shackles, which is the slow with the damage after the person moves 10 yards, are a move called bait. I don't have it unlocked yet. Wasn't really looking forward to it. But bait basically summons a clone just like the shadow clone, but it doesn't attack the enemy. It's just like kind of like tank it, and the clone is 65% of the damage that was intended for you. So it's like, you know, it could be a distraction, but I'm more a DPS than a survivor. Though like I don't just run in to a fight to die, because a dead DPS is no DPS. But like I don't think I really need that protection per se, so I didn't really bother learning it. Maybe in closed beta 3 I would just like update y'all on it. Pretty decent. The next one we're gonna look at is more. Oh no, we didn't look at the Aegis Ignite yet. So Aegis Ignite is like a charge skill. That's why I say long press. Let me see. So basically a charge. It seems like the longer you charge it, the more seconds you get added onto it. And apparently max is 5 seconds. It looks like you got like a minute to use it as well. For those 5 seconds you are basically invulnerable. You can't take no damage. Yeah, immune to all damage. Your dash does not consume charges, and it removes all negative effects. Oh well, we got activate the move first. So after you're done charge, then you will hit A or the CMC button, and you will change, as you see, the orb. You don't take no damage. As you saw, the first dash I did, it didn't consume a charge, so kind of like infinite dodging. Might not be as spectacular as you think in this game, since like a dodge doesn't really give you an iframe, but still decent nonetheless. Now the last move we're gonna look at is not that move. We're gonna look at the smoke bomb. Now the smoke bomb, the tooltip says that the smoke bomb, your dexterity regenerates faster in the area, and the Slayer becomes immune to attacks from more than 5 yards. This might be a glitch because obviously it's still closed beta, so you would expect bugs and stuff like that. But doing some PvP and also fighting some PvE monsters and stuff, the immunity that you get from more than 5 yards doesn't seem to work. But if it did, definitely a damn good skill. A little better, it would definitely be way better than Shadowland for a sense. And then if you put on the talent for it, makes this skill fairly OP. Thanks to Nagi for the little showcase with the smoke bomb talent, with her little combo with smoke bomb, stealth, and triple Twilight Scourge, and then basically GG. Thanks to not Nagi, Nade Bot, Nade Bot. Good Slayer in Skyforge at the moment. Real good Slayer. Not well optimized, but still a good Slayer. Yeah, so that's about it for now. We'll do a talent video next, going through the basic the talents in the game, and the talents for Slayer in the game, and we'll get back.